Okay, so I go on to my number one, do I?
Oh, go for it! Right? I'm gushed all out over Mick Foley. I could talk about him for hours, but by all means, your number one of all time, your favourite of all time,
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Come on, guys.
Good choice. Very good choice.
And again, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because his career, everybody knows, and I'm just going to make a few arguments for him here. You don't have to be an encyclopedia to see this. Stone Cold Steve Austin was the only individual that they could never turn heel.
Yeah.
He was loved so much and so over that they were doing things like, I don't think they show this anymore. I know that it's not on the network, but I remember they were trying to get over so much that him and Triple H give Lita 20 chair shots in the middle of the ring, and people were cheering him.
Yeah. Oh,
because it was Austin doing it, they were just cheering it. They were like going crazy.
The power trip?
Yeah, the two-man power trip.
That was it. Oh, God, yeah, I'd forgotten all about that. Jesus,
when
no
you
wonder
look,
her back and her neck's fucked.
People talk about Hogan, and yes, Hogan longevity.
Meh.
You got to give him his due. I'm the same. I'm not a mega fan, but you got to give him his due.
I'm not a fan at all.
But Steve Austin, universally, is the most over WWE superstar of all time, or WWF superstar of all time.
And who'd have thought one of the best podcasters of all time as well?
It's because he's so damn entertaining and that people love him so much.
It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Every time that glass smashes, the crowds go absolutely mental.
Right.
He could come down and do anything, literally anything, and everyone would accept it.
Here's one question for you. When the glass shatters, do you prefer the original music or the Disturbed version?
I prefer the Disturbed, and I think the reason it was changed was because of the heel turn.
Right.
I think that was the reason. It's the only reason that I can think of.
Do you know what?
He turned at 17, didn't he? And he had the music on the return. Yeah. Here's the thing. I was thinking about putting The Rock into this list. Okay? Now, when you look at someone who has it all, as they say, The Rock, for me, is always second to Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Now, you go down and look at the Attitude Era, and most people, I think, who were growing up in the Attitude Era or watched the Attitude Era would agree it was one of the greatest times, if not the greatest time in wrestling. The Monday Night Wars, everything like that. Your number one guy was Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame by Vince McMahon, the only person to ever be inducted by him.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know
Who
that.
turned round and admitted at the end of the speech, surely he has to be the greatest WWE superstar of all time. Argument done.
The fuck do you expect me to put on the end of that? That's just pissed over my three straight away.
I'm not even gonna say too much. Guys, if you haven't seen
Jesus, if there's people out there that have no idea who Stone Cold is or have ever seen his work, Jesus, where have you been living?
Guys, if you've never seen Stone Cold's earlier work, the Vince McMahon and Austin feud, even the 2003 Raw General Manager run where he didn't even wrestle, watch his stuff. He is over like a motherfucker, as he says. He is the number one for me, in my opinion.
My earliest recollection of Steve Austin is the Hollywood Blonde.
Yeah, well, the reason I say Stone Cold Steve Austin is because obviously you have stunning Steve Austin. He begins his career actually in Dallas. He
That's right.
begins his career in the USWA, I think it was called.
That's right.
And his wife is English. Jeannie? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Lady Blossom? Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Right. Shit.
He was trained
you learn something new every day.
Yeah, he was trained by Chris Adams, gentleman Chris Adams.
Wow.
Who was the ex-husband of Lady Blossom.
Wow.
They ended up getting in a feud and she was involved. It was really strange.
See, I definitely wasn't wrong when I said you are Wikipedia for this.